Let's be honest, no one wants to deal with a crisis, but the reality is everyone is going to face one sooner or later. Every business, every nonprofit, every organization. The real question is, will you be ready when it happens? One of the smartest ways to prepare for a crisis is playing what if. The technical term is tabletop exercise. You literally sit down with your team around a table and game out possible scenarios. What happens if our data gets hacked? What if a key executive or member of the C-suite suddenly resigns? What if something goes wrong at one of our events? Literally, what happens if somebody dies? Imagine all the worst case scenarios. It's what PR people do for a living. Drives my family crazy. But when you walk through those scenarios one at a time, you start to ask some really critical questions. And you uncover things that you might not think about until you're in the moment. And that is not when you want to figure something out. These are some basic things like who needs to be involved in making decisions? What are their phone numbers and email addresses? Who on the outside of the organization needs to be involved? What information do you need to access quickly and easily? And what are the exact actions you might take first? Because the truth is, the crisis is never averted in the press release or the standing in front of the bank of cameras. Properly dealing with the crisis is planned months or years in advance. It's about making sure you have everybody around the table and they're all on the same page. There's also got to be zero confusion about who is in charge. If you wait until the chaos is upon you to figure that out, you're going to lose. But if you game everything out in advance, you have the opportunity to remain calm and in control of what you do, of what you say, of how you react, and how the world perceives what you're doing. That is how you protect your reputation and your future. So don't wait for a crisis to plan for a crisis. Figure it out in advance and then stick to the plan.